That's where you got your combat action ribbon. That's why it's on your right. When Afghanistan, that's where you got your combat action ribbon, bro. The fucking hog pot. Jesus, you could have died. You could have died.
So we got necessary violence, unnecessary sex. What's the third volume? And what was that?
Embarrassing confessions.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I figured these are the 3 categories of entertainment that I have to offer the world. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break my life up into phases. So I broke my life up into, it was like 0 to 6 or something. It was when I lived in New York, when I lived in North Carolina, then when I moved to San Diego and I was a shy, nerdy, bullied kid. And then when I broke out of that phase with my first fight, my first big fight, which is like the story of that fight it's magical. It's made for entertainment. And I became a legend amongst my school after that fight. And then now everybody fucking wants to be my friend. The girls want to talk to me. And now I'm kind of becoming a leader of, this group of people that they're all looking up to me because I stood up to this big fucking redhead 6'4", 220 bully.
I got to hear that story, man. I got to hear that story.
You got to read the book.
Oh, come on. We got plenty of time. We're only an hour into this thing.
Do we? All right. So here we go. This dude, Tony Boyle,
Tony Boyle.
Oh, shit.
Motherfucker. Tony Boyle.
Remember O'Doyle?
Oh, yeah. O'Doyle rules, yeah.
Right. So there's some crazy connections I have to Adam Sandler, his connection to his grandmother.
Yep.
And my connection to my grandmother, who I still have, fortunately, and my closeness with the family, my desire to stand up for the little guys, and then having this giant redhead bully in high school. And it was my senior year, and I had gotten to the point where I had first experienced what it was like to visualize something and see it clearly in my mind and then make it reality. And that was the first thing that I did was I visualized starting on the football team, right? So the first time I played was I was a sophomore. I was a scrub, never played, not a single play till the very last maybe 5 plays of the season in the final game that we were losing. And coach threw me in. And it felt those last 5 being on the field, that was such an incredible feeling. Even though I didn't do well, I was just like, I have to feel this again. So I set a goal. I'm going to stay JV my junior year, and I'm going to start both ways. I'm going to start on the defensive line, and on offense, I wanted tight end. And then I wanted to be on special teams too. And I never wanted to come off the field. And I wanted to be the long snapper. That's right. Right. I visualized all that, and every single thing I dreamed of came true because I worked my fucking ass off and I never stopped seeing it in my head. And this is going for the kid that didn't play it down. So I'm like, I'm going to never come off the field next year. And the next crop of kids, they were all bigger than me and fucking insane athletes. So I had a challenge ahead of me, and I did it. And I wasn't the best on the team, but I achieved my own goal. So my brain works differently. I'm like, holy fuck.
This works.
I have the ability to visualize something and to make that vision a reality. And because back when I was being bullied, reality wasn't that cool. Instead, I lived in my imagination. Mm-hmm. And I think that's when my creativity, as human beings, we tend to lose creativity as we get older. We lose our imaginations. My imagination kept on going until experiencing that. And I realized, wow, my imagination can actually lead to reality. Okay, let me try this again. I did it with this car. I wanted a 4-door Cadillac with plush seats. I got exactly what I wanted, put speakers in it. It was a dream. Then I visualized dunking a basketball, right? Mm-hmm. I was that white kid that was always getting beat by all the fucking fast guys. Mm-hmm. And
fast guys. Yeah. Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who. I was getting smoked by everybody. But when I was in North Carolina, they were all black. And they all fucking would smoke me. So now I'm like, I dunk a basketball. And now I'm in dunk competitions with the black kids at my high school.
Crazy.
So I'm like, it's this forward momentum. Wow. If I can see it, I can do it. And then I'm feeling really good about myself in my basketball class. And Tony Boyle I'm like trying to play basketball, and he was just this fucking asshole because he's such a beast. He just like could do whatever he wants. He just comes and he stands there in the middle of the key while we're trying to play full court. And I bump into him, and I wasn't trying to, start shit. I bump into him, and I was just like, "Oh, sorry, dude." And I like, get back to defense. Mm-hmm. And he just turned around, and he was just like, "Don't fucking touch me, bro. I'll fucking kill you."
Wow.
And in that moment, I'm looking at him, I'm like, this guy's so big. If I stand up to him and lose, I will still be respected for standing up to him.
Yep.
So I have nothing to lose here. So I was just like, okay, you want to kill me? Let's fight at lunch. And I was like, calm as day. Normally, any sort of fucking confrontation, I'd be shaking.
Yeah. Yep.
Voice cracking, sweat, all the shit. Just calm as day. And I'm just like, okay, let's fight at lunch. And he was like, fuck you. I'm like, no, really, let's fight at lunch. And my buddies coming up to me, like, yo, dude, what are you doing, man? What's up? And it was just like, I'm not making a big deal of it, but he said he was going to kill me at lunch, dude. Let's go to Lucido Park. And he's just like, fuck you little bitch. And I'm just like, okay. And so now I saw in his eyes, I saw a moment of uncertainty in his eyes.
Yep.
And I was like, this motherfucker's scared.
Yep.
Maybe he's not as tough as I thought he was.
No one's ever fought him, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what? I can't let this go. I'm just like, I have to make this
Smell
happen.
the blood, huh?
Even losing. I saw fear in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this shit. Mm-hmm. So I start going around telling people. I start telling his friends, hey, bro, did you know I'm going to fight Tony at lunch? Did you know I'm going to fight Tony at lunch? And all my friends are like, oh, what? Oh, yeah, we got a brawl at lunch in Lucido Park. All of these buddies are stoked. And I see Tony getting more scared.
Oh, shit.
So now his buddies are all fucking egging him on.
Yep.
And I go to one of his buddies, one of his buddies was like one of the most popular badass kids in the fucking school. And I was like, hey, dude, he told me he was going to fucking kill me and beat my ass and shit. So I really would like to fight him. So just have him meet me at Lucido Park. I said, I won't even bring all my friends to fucking to brawl or nothing, just one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, don't worry, dude. I got you. Like, he wanted to see this happen.
Yeah.
And I think part of him wanted.
He knew that guy was full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to see Tony tested.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because this guy that I was talking to was a brawler, and he had actually gotten his ass beaten in some big brawls multiple times, and he was still brawling. And so we fucking I walked to Lucido Park, and as I'm walking to Lucido Park across the street from the school, I didn't even go tell all my buddies because I thought, you know what? I would be way more legendary if I showed up to this by myself and Tony had 10 cars and 30 kids on his side.
He's got everything to lose, man.
Yeah.
I was like, this is, so I didn't even tell my buddies. They all ended up finding out because I'm walking. And as I'm walking across the street outside the school, just pickup trucks full of fucking like skater kids. And
oh, shit.
Aaron fucking Blink-182 and NoFX and shit going down there. And then we get into this fucking circle, like it's like the size of a wrestling mat kind of. And I pulled up my pants and I tied my shoes, tied my belt buckle a little tighter. And then fucking
Did you have a little SA belt? Were you wearing Dickies with like that SA belt?
No. I think it was like some shit.
All right.
Probably fucking skater shoes or basketball shoes. But he fucking came at me, and what did he do? Oh no, I faked a swing, and then he went back, and then he swung at me, and I did one of these right here. See my frame up? I went like this, leaned back, and I caught him right here, and he went down.
Oh shit!
And all his friends were just like, ooh, and my friends were like, yeah.
Oh,
and
God.
Then I'm just like, I was feeling so confident in that moment. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get on the ground and pounce him. I'm going to make this look like the sickest thing. I'm like, this is my moment. So I'm like, get up. And he gets up. He throws a couple more times. It was like, dodge, kink.
Oh.
And like everything I did, it looked like a movie. It looked Brad Pitt in Snatch, you know?
Yeah. Great scene, by the way. Great scene.
Every time he goes down, I'm just like, get up. And then every time he went down, I could see in his eyes, he was losing it.
Yep.
He was losing his ability to stand, to see me clearly, and his will to fight. And then finally, after, I mean, and I'm talking every swing of mine connected well. And finally, it was just like a jab to here, and he went down, and his whole face is swollen.
Yeah.
And I've got like maybe 10 connections, and he couldn't talk. He clearly had a concussion. And his buddy, all right, he's done. And I'm just like, thought you were going to kill me, dude. All right, cool. And I walk back over to my side where, 10, 15 of my buddies are there, and they're just like,
dude. Yeah.
And that was like a defining moment for me, because I'm like, I really can visualize it and make it happen.
So this is where, because of your mental ability, now I got a question. Like, why did you muster up those mentally unattractive girls and then do that? With all, out of all the strength you have in that brain, like, that's what the fuck you started doing with it, Donny? You weren't donating to charity, you were smashing hippos? God damn it.
No, here's the thing, is that there's a lot of things that go into it. And this is, I'm being very serious about all the things. For one, my largest insecurity has come from women. And I think that I think that's true for most men. And that's probably why men are such assholes to women, because women are the only fucking things that'll make men feel not good enough. Mm-hmm. And so I realized that if I don't desire these hot chicks, I'm not going to feel insecure. If I only desire chicks that I knew I could get, I would always be happy. Mm-hmm. And so I had this thing with my buddies. I would find one nice feature on a woman that most men wouldn't find any nice features. I'd find one, and I'd be like, oh God, she's got a beautiful nose.
Yeah.
Fucking shallow how.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Shit like that, right? And so it was like, it's like a defense mechanism to avoid insecurity. It's also another vehicle to make my friends laugh.
Yeah.
And then it also, like, I felt good. I didn't have to like do all this, coaching and convincing and shit with any of these women. They were fucking stoked beyond belief.
Which that had to have felt good too, right? Like knowing that you're making this girl, she's having a good night with a good looking dude. There's probably an attractive aspect to that feeling, right?
Well, you're just taking a lot of barriers down. Like if she had barriers for for where she's at or who she is, and you're not even like acknowledging them, like you're more than okay. Like there's just so many superficial things that just part ways, and then you can actually just enjoy a person for who they are.
100%.
Yeah.
And then I find out that some of these chicks that weren't that hot looking were the fucking coolest chicks.
Yeah.